of. And so I would challenge anybody in this room to tell me, what building material is this? Anybody even want to take a wild guess? Hmm? It's one that John just mentioned as a problem. It's nylon carpet. And that's actually the nutrition label on nylon carpet. And so, you know, in the last 10 or 12 years, more people and more organizations are beginning to think about what industrial chemicals are doing to all of us and to the environment, including the Centers for Disease Control that has done kind of interesting things like measuring flame retardants in children, finding that US children have about 500 times the level of flame retardants as their European counterparts do. And the World Wildlife Fund doing biomonitoring. And as I started learning more about this, I wasn't really so sure how to react to all this chemical contamination in human bodies. And the World Wildlife Fund had run this ad in 2003 in Britain to kind of raise awareness of this subject. And the chemical industry objected and demanded that it be removed. And in the end, the Advertising Council of Great Britain agreed that it should be removed. But the reasons were not that the science wasn't sound or that this wasn't true. They sort of agreed with the chemical industry that this information had the capacity to disturb people unduly. And so I sort of looked at that and went, well, that's interesting, because you know, when I would sort of talk about this as a younger designer, often people in the chemical industry would say, well, you know, it's not really true. People don't have this level of industrial chemical. And so I decided to have my own chemical body burden tested. And I found out, first of all, that it's very difficult to get it done for precisely the same reason that this ad was withdrawn. And that you have to have it done with a group of people who have it done together. And you have to send all the samples to specific labs, and it all has to be very controlled so that you don't actually talk about it if the results aren't true. And you don't, shout fire in a crowded theater. And this is what I learned is in me. Not the whole list, but the list that I could fit on a slide that people in the back of the room could read. And at differing levels and for differing reasons. And so I have actually a fair amount in common with nylon carpet.